So Students in Action's only been around a couple of years, but they've made a dramatic impact in the time that they've been here.
Our cross-country coach came up to us at one of the cross-country meets and was just like, hey, do you guys want to join this club I ran at my old school? And we're like, yeah, sounds good.
Quite honestly, the first reason I joined it was because I had a lot of friends on the team, and then when I actually joined it, I was like, wow, this is so much cooler than a lot of the other service clubs I had joined.
I joined a lot of other community service clubs before, but none of them gave me leadership roles like Students in Action. Slowly, over time, I started to lead larger projects and ended up coming up with the idea for CATS. So CATS stands for Creating Actions Through Service. One of the main things that we do is we go in and we break the kids up into around 4 or 5 different groups based off what they're passionate about. And then we went to the different corners of the classrooms and sat down in small groups to work on projects that the students were interested on. The dream of CATS is for all students across America at all ages to be doing service projects in school.
So we're both runners, and so we were kind of inspired to join SIA and try and build off of our shared passion of running to start our own project, which ended up being the shoe drive. Our principal, Mr. Urban, he came to us because he knew we had had a really good record of service within our school. And because we're runners, he decided to kind of allow us to pair with the Hoosier Crossroads Conference, which is our athletic conference.
Let's start with the HCC conference, and that the fact that we took a service project that could have been local, but then we brought in representatives from every school and they took it out to their communities.
So after finding success running the shoe drive in our school, we knew we had to go beyond the walls of Fishers High School. And that kind of led us to incorporating the community, that was incorporating Del Webb Senior Community.
And so some of these shoes actually ended up across the world. So when people are going to Ghana for a service project, or if they're going to Guatemala for a mission trip, they can ask for shoes and they can bring them.
Thomas and I have been going back and forth between Fishers High School and Sand Creek. And just this past week, we went over and collected 1,000 pairs of shoes.
Like many Midwestern suburban communities, Fishers was built around a train track, but the train track is no longer in use. So the community has decided to build a linear park called the Tractor Trail.
The mayor's office asked Students in Action to help with the Tractor Trail campaign. The Tractor Trail campaign is taking 4.5 miles of the unused Nickel Plate Railroad and trying to create it into a linear park. If we want this trail to last as long as we possibly can, we have to use renewable energy everywhere that we can on the trail. So my idea was a solar-powered seating area on the trail, so anyone that was walking along the trail can sit down, relax in the shade, and also charge their devices using renewable energy from the sun.
From the very first year, Students in Action was a club with only 4 starting members. It's grown now to 55 members now that they all have that passion to better the community and the world.
We're proud to leave behind a club that we know will have a lasting impact not only in our school but in our community. And we know that's going to last long past our graduation.